The fall off isn't about J. Cole. Let me explain. After a couple of days of sitting and thinking, I realized that the fall off isn't just a project about J. Cole. It's a deep dive. Being that J. Cole's the one making this project, it is obvious that he's going to be referencing himself and his life during this project. But one thing we must remember is that, like us, J. Cole is also a fan of music, so he also has his own perspective on how music goes. And it's more specifically rap music in this case, and he is a rap artist. The one thing about J. Cole is that he always loved music, but he loved it from the perspective of a fan, and you really see that when he makes songs like Let Nas Down. That like Let Nas Down isn't just Cole apologizing to Nas for technically selling out, it is also a clear reference point to something that a lot of artists actually go through, but J. Cole decided to tell the story. With this, we can see that J. Cole isn't just providing musical therapy for himself and his fans, he's also providing it for the rappers in the music industry. I personally think that 2014 Forest Hill Drive is Cole's therapy session to himself and is also one of his best projects. Because with Forest Hill Drive, Cole brought us into his home, no pun intended. It's actually around the time where we've seen a lot of backlash towards the album, with a lot of critics giving it some bad reviews. Crazy enough, in the beginning of his recent single, he said that it took him 10 years to drop this project. Needle Drop video dropped 11 years ago, so you do the math. But over time, the project proved itself to be golden. Or should I say platinum, no features. But it's safe to say that that project did the job, because after that, J. Cole decided to live a more modest lifestyle, almost as if Cole realized he was being consumed by the fame and decided to get some normality in his life. But this actually wouldn't be the first time we see Cole take upon the role of a therapist. In Forest Hill Drive, Cole tells not just his life, but also the life of his friend. Other project, we're told the parallels between J. Cole and his friend, but at the end of the project, we realized that that was not the purpose. The purpose of the project was to provide comfort to his late friend's daughter due to the fact that the friend had passed away. To be honest, I can make a whole video about this project, but just know that this project wasn't for us or Cole, it was for her. That's when I feel like J. Cole starts to take on this role of becoming a doctor within music, utilizing audio therapy, mainly aiding the people and things he loves. And you really start to see that when you look at projects such as KOD, which was dedicated to not just the kids, but also the kids within the one thing he loves, which was music, making an effort to preserve what he believed would be the fall off of a lot of the youth. And though J. Cole completed his personal goal, a lot of people did not like this project and actually consider it one of his worst projects. When we look at the last song on that project, you'll see that it's called 1985, parentheses, intro to the fall off. As if he already knew people was going, say he fell off. After this, you'll see that J. Cole might have already realized that society is not gonna like the way he puts out this message, but as long as the message is heard and received, it don't matter. A lot of people believe the offseason to be one of Cole's best projects, and I believe that is because he gave people what they wanted. It wasn't a therapy session, it was just a project full of bangers. Shortly after this, we see J. Cole say that he felt like his belief in faith had fell off and that he needed to reconnect with his purpose. He even mentioned the idea of being able to remove yourself from a situation and look at it from an outside perspective, which I believe he hints at a lot in this scene right here. And that is what brings us to the fall off. Similar to Forest Hill Drive, the fall off is a therapy session, but like I mentioned in the beginning, it's not just a therapy session to J. Cole or us. He said it himself, I owed it to hip hop. I believe this project is to help artists in hip hop who's fell victim to falling off. But situations like this become a mental game to rappers, because of course they're not falling off, but society still says they are. Almost as if a rapper's career truly depends on who's observing it, and that could be applied to anyone's life, to be honest. I feel like the trailer expressed this perfectly with J. Cole washing his Lambo. It's like, yes, he's washing an expensive car, but to a lot of people, it may look at this as if he fell off because he's washing his own car, showing how perspective changes everything. But if you like this video, don't forget to like, follow, and comment down below.